This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Wednesday. The Jason Walker Show, hanging out inside the man cave. Looking forward to another great show. Lindsay Day, Helena High volleyball coach, will join us coming up. Chat about her team. Crosstown tomorrow. There was Crosstown Cross Country today. We'll chat about that. And much more. You can watch on Facebook and Twitter. Go to Podbean, Network One Sports, JasonWalkerShow.com. Our Twitter handle @JWalkerSports. Our email, jason@JasonWalkerShow.com. On this day in history coming up, the walk-off, much more. The walk-up is presented by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. Over 50 years experience, the finest craftsmen available, not only in the state of Montana, but perhaps the entire West region. And they will build you a home that's crafted to last for generations. Get a hold of Montana Custom Log Homes today at yourcustomlog.com. So cross country today, and Capital Girls get the crosstown win. Emma Compton with the individual crown in 20 minutes, 20 seconds. Was run at Bill Roberts Golf Course here in town. Had some Compton had some family in attendance, and Bruins beat Helena High with 5 runners in the top 8, 6 in the top 10. Let's see here. Cadence Hatton, Greta Standish McKay finished 3rd and 4th. Destiny Vogel was in 5th. And the Capital Boys ended up falling to Helena High, right? I believe. Yeah, Helena High boys get the team win. Let's see here. Brady Romano, Kieran Boyle of Capital go 1-2 and finished in 16:44, and Boyle was 9 seconds back. He's a good kid. Heck of a violin player, too. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Let's see. Henry Ballinger, Dylan Hill, Elliot Stimson, Henry's son Jake Matthews ran from 3rd through 7th for Helena High. Bria Plant, 2nd on the girls' side for the Bengals. So there's that. Let's see. There you go. Okay. That's cross country. So I saw this today. Grizz football. By the way, Alex Eshelman was set to join us, but her mom flew into town, so she had to unfortunately back out this week. But she'll be back next week. Lots to talk about with the Cats and in the Gallon Valley. Let's see here. So the Grizz coach Bobby Houck spoke out on the polls, or not the polls, the postseason format. 406mtsports.com did a big story on it. Houck would rather, instead of FCS playoffs, go to a bowl game. And he says, quote, when you're playing in the playoffs, you're playing in a lot of games. It's a lot of wear and tear on the players. Marty Morningwig, who played for the Grizz back in the 80s, loves it. Says the win or go home takes on a big feeling. He said, quote, I love the playoffs format, love it, and you can picture Marty talking. It adds drama and intrigue and different matchups every week. I love it. Instead of just going with rankings for national champion, play the game. That's why people love athletics. You get what you earn. You either win the national championship or you don't, And you do it on the field rather than having people vote on it. And that's why 1AA teams went to a playoff format, end quote. Ken Haslam, the AD over there in Missoula, says he loves the playoffs. It's a way to get the true champion. Gave Frisco a lot of credit. Frisco's great. But he talks about the financial aspect because you've got to pay to host. You're getting that money back, especially if you're in Montana, Montana State, teams like that, North Dakota State, obviously, South Dakota State. So you're looking to host, obviously, a top 8 seed. Usually hosts a couple of games if they win. The host school gets a percentage of the money that's made on ticket sales. So you make it up. You make it up. I'm a big fan of the playoffs. I wish Division I FBS would go to a full playoff, and I think it's going to happen. Probably in the next couple years, they're going to go from the 14 playoff to at least a 12 and maybe a 16. FCS is 24, which I think is perfect. And because if you are a top 8 seed, you get a first round bye. And a lot of teams love that. You play for that. It definitely benefits you. You get the week off to rest up some injuries. So, imagine had the Cats had to play right away in the playoffs. Would they have gone as far last year to the championship? I think the bye helps. Grizz are probably going to get a bye this year unless they absolutely stumble in the next month and a half. Next month, really. And they've got Idaho at home this week. It'll be a big one. But playoffs are great. You can let us know what you think at Jay Walker Sports. Anytime, Jason at jasonwalkershow.com is the email. But yeah, it's the playoff format. Division I football on the FBS is the only ones that really don't have a true playoff system. And it's terrible. I mean, what they got now is definitely better than what they had in the past with the BCS and the computer rankings, and even before that where the Associated Press voted on it. Was it 91 that there was the tie? I think we had a couple of ties for national champions because it's voted on by media members. But the playoff format in the FCS is the best. I mean, you look at high school playoffs. How cool are those? How great are those? And yeah, you want to play at home. You get that home field advantage. You get the crowd behind you. I mean, weather-wise in Montana, it's not ideal, but who cares? Are you going to sell out 26,000 or 21,000 in Bozeman or Missoula? No. But you'll get really close because you're going to have a lot of people that might not normally go to a football game, especially in the playoffs. And right now, the Cats and Grizz looking both at seeds. In fact, the Big Sky looks to get 4 of the 8 seeds this year. If things were to start next week in the playoffs. You get the Grizz, the Cats, Sac State, and Weber all sitting there in the top 25, and I think they're all 3 through 6. Those would be all 3 seeds. Or 4 seeds of the 8. There's actually, someone mentioned this on Twitter the other day. So back in the day, 2006 or so, Big Sky added North Dakota and Northern Colorado instead of, and they could have, and easily would have gotten, had they extended the invitations, to North Dakota State and South Dakota State. Could you imagine those 2 teams? Right now, you'd have the top 6 teams in the nation all be in the Big Sky, with NDSU, SDSU, MSU, Weber, Sac, and the Grizz. I know the Big Sky's only won, one championship over the last 10 years. Only played for a couple. But you beat each other up. You look at last year. The Cats lost a potential number 1 seed because they lost the Cat Grizz game. And then we know the Tommy Malott magic that happened after that to get him to the title game. SDSU plays NDSU this week, 1 and 2. That will be a big game. And I think South Dakota State might win that one. Cats are at Northern Colorado. They should win that one easy. The Grizz with Idaho. So, now, with the extra teams in the Big Sky, yeah, you don't play each other all the time. You know, like last year, the Cats and Sac State didn't play at all. Both finished, 7-1 or whatever in conference play. But it would be nice to have a true conference champ. What if you moved or got rid of a non-conference game, had 2 divisions in the Big Sky, and made it then you have a playoff, like the SEC championship, the ACC, things like that. So the week after Cat Grizz, you have instead of the first round of the playoffs, you postpone them a week, you play the conference championship. What are your thoughts on that? I'm not sure that would get a lot of traction. I'm not sure I would be a fan of that, honestly. I like the playoff system the way it is. Moving from 16 to 20 and then 24, best thing FCS football did. NAI does it. Division II. So, just my thoughts. You can weigh in at Jay Walker Sports if you so choose. The Walk Up presented by Montana Custom Log Homes, veteran-owned, family-owned, woman-owned, and operated. Over 15 different floor plans, milled, handcrafted, and timber frame. There's 3 divisions, and they are unbelievable. They will work with you, they will work for you, and treat you like family. Get a hold of Montana Custom Log Homes today at yourcustomlog.com. Let's see, what else did we see? Sydney Littlelight of Rocky, we've had her on the show. She won the NAI National Runner of the Week after going 16:58.1 last week to win the Yellow Jacket Battling Bears Open down in Billings. She's a 7-time All-America, soon to be 8 and then soon to be 9. She's won 3 Conference Runner of the Week awards this year. It's her first national award, but what a nice young lady she is, too. We had her on the show last May, and just a sweetheart and a really, really good runner. Let's see, what else? Kevin Cassis of the Bobcats signed back to the Seahawks practice squad. So he's going to get another chance. And I think that was about it that we wanted to, that we saw here. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. When we do, we're going to check in with volleyball. Crosstown volleyball tomorrow night at the Jungle. Helena High hosting Capital. Helena High 9-0 in the Western AA. Making some serious noise. And head coach Lindsay Day will join us. Also on this day in history and whatever else we can come up with on a Wednesday here. Jason Walker Show. Helena High volleyball coach Lindsay Day next. Hang on.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Fall is officially here, and now is the perfect time to get your rig tuned up before the big hunt. That means a lift kit from Auto Concepts. An Auto Concepts lift kit will help take you places only the animals can go. And when you do get that big one, make sure you have help to get it home with a winch to pull it out. Or maybe you'll be a good friend and help pull someone out of the snowbank. Check out AutoConceptsHelena.com for more ideas. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. L&P Grocery offers Boulder a convenient shopping experience, whether you're stopping in for a few things or stocking up for the week ahead. From fresh produce and meat to all the staples you need to feed your family, you'll find it here. L&P Grocery is also proud to have partnerships with local brands and carry products unique to the area. Stop by to exchange propane tanks, pick up fishing tackle, grab your prescription, or get your photo taken at the Pitcher Kiosk. They're delighted to be the one-stop shop for local area Boulder residents who want want to support local business. Visit lnpgrocery.com and at 215 North Main Street.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little or a lot, your choice, have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade's Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Wednesday. Hope you had a great day. Tomorrow, Travis Rowell, Townsend coach, joins us. We'll talk to him about baseball a little bit, too. And a big matchup at Big Timber this week. Let's see, what else is going on? Lane Sumner, nice return back to the Cats last week, over 100 yards in the big win. Cascade wrestling polls come out tomorrow. Providence Northern looking to have great years on the wrestling side. I'll have those for you. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Speaking of tomorrow, there is a big crosstown volleyball match. Helena High, Capital. The Dynasty against the emerging Bengals. Bengals have been always solid, never could quite get over that hump like Capital did a few years ago, winning 71 straight matches at one point and just destroying the AA. But Helena High has the upper advantage this year, won the first matchup last month and hosting Crosstown tomorrow. Joining us now on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline to talk about Helena High, Crosstown, and much more is the head coach, Lindsay Day, joining us on the Jason Walker Show. All right, Coach. It's been a day or two since we chatted. How are you?
I'm great. It has been a while. Haven't been caught up in a few years.
No, I know it's and I wasn't forgetting about you. It was just like, oh well, that other team across town was doing really good, and now you are. So there you go.
Yeah, well, now we're back, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. We're talking with Lindsay Day, Helena High volleyball coach, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. What has changed this year?
Oh, I think I had a young rebuilding year last year. We still had a good season, and I feel like we had some real good moments last year. Didn't end how we wanted to, but I just think that was kind of building going into this year, and feeling a little bit unfinished after not making it to state last year. I think the girls really took that as like, okay, we're not going to let that happen again, and we're going to come back stronger than ever. And I like how they responded to a little adversity last year. Put in a great off season, and I think it's just kind of paying off. 1 year more experience and growth, and it's kind of just showing a little bit this season. Especially with the 6 seniors leading the charge, and it's not like they're, bench warmers. These are girls that play really hard and really well. Yeah, I got a great core group of seniors, real good competitors, and just all about, our team chemistry is just great, and it reflects in their play. And I just think it's a reflection on those 6 seniors and what kind of kids they are, and they're really in it for the team's success. And all the younger girls are just kind of following suit, following that lead. How many more Heisers are there? One more. I'm so lucky. I got the opportunity to have all 3 of them. Liz is now at Carroll, and then Lauren's a senior headed to Carroll next year. And then Birdie is my other sophomore middle hitter, and she's really filling a huge role for us this year and doing great as well. Just awesome kids, and they're all so different in their own little way, and it's great. Well, when you look at kills, Lauren obviously, but, Birdie sitting there third on your team, and then second in hitting efficiency. That's pretty darn good for a sophomore. Yeah, she's doing great, and in some big moments, just like composure is great, and just, it's been awesome. I think one of our huge strengths is we just have a real balanced offense. Lauren's obviously our main force, but if they're going to try to shut down Lauren, there's some other girls that can have big nights for us. So it just opens doors for other girls to have big moments and big nights for us. Absolutely. What type of offense do you run? Is it like the 6-2 that seems to be so popular these days? Yeah, I'm actually in a 5-1 with Kim Feller this year most of the time. We switch to a 6-2 every now and then, just depending on our opponents and how things are kind of going and what I feel like it might help give us a better look against who we're playing. So sometimes we'll switch to the 6-2 with Kinsey Jackson. And she's a great setter as well. So it just kind of gives us options to run both when we need to. But Kim, as a senior leader, has just been doing a great job running our offense. And, she touches every second ball. So she's controlling the pace of the game really well. And, of course, it all starts in that back row with the digging and defense. And how good has that been this year? Really great. Morin is my libero, and obviously a senior that's super consistent. And then I just have her kind of surrounded by Annika and then Danny, and it's just like we got a nice balance. Everybody's just kind of owning their role and their job on the team, and it's been nice. What's been the message week by week as you guys keep winning here? Just not being content, focus on growth. We still have things we need to work on and continue to grow on and get to where we want to be at the end of the season. And I just think this is all part of the process to where we want to go, and it really doesn't mean a whole lot. 9-0 feels good, and I don't want to say that's not an accomplishment, but really at the end of the day, when we walk into divisionals, nobody cares what your conference record is. So we just want to continue to grow as a team and get to where we want to be playing at the best volleyball we can at the right time of the year. So I see that every day walking into practice. They're just feisty competitors, and I know they want to continue to get better and grow as a team, even though, just no contentment is the message. You mentioned the word process, and it's almost like you talked to Arunas Dude up at the University of Providence. His big thing this year has been trust the process, and that's kind of what it sounds like coming from you. Yeah, totally. And I always say the process can be really messy at times, but you just got to trust it. You got to be okay with that mess every now and then, and we grow and learn from that messy process. So, that's a lot of the same things we're saying. You've got Crosstown tomorrow, a chance for the seniors to get a big win on the home court, and most importantly, keep pace with the rest of the state here as far as, the seniors and the CMRs.
And I know it doesn't matter going into divisional soon, but it's a big match nonetheless, right?
Yeah, I just think it is more important than a lot of other matches through the season. That's what makes it so fun and special for the kids. And I know the girls are excited for it. That atmosphere is that's probably something most of them will never experience again in their life. So I always tell them, enjoy the moment. At one point, take a deep breath and look up and just kind of enjoy and embrace that moment. But we prepare them for the excitement and the hype of it. They kind of know what to expect going into it, and I know they're real excited about the opportunity.
Lindsay Day joining us here, Jason Walker Show. How cool was it? I think last month, I don't know if you got a chance to go down to Bozeman, but watch, some really good Capital girls that have played, that are playing at Boise and MSU. But it says a lot about the strength of volleyball in the city. Forget what school they go to. Yeah,
I've been following all of that. The Barch girl and Audie Hofer, and I even talk about it in practice sometimes. Just pretty phenomenal athletes that are still doing amazing things in the sport. So it's been fun to watch those girls continue to represent Helena in such an awesome way.
And of course, Helena High, no slouch. I don't want to forget about you, but when you look at Liz over at Carroll and how well she's doing and the career she's put together over there, and you've sent some great girls off to college over the years. I heard what the heck is her name? She felt like she was at Carroll for 19 years. Who was it? Outside here.
Krantz,
yes,
Krantz?
Taylor Krantz.
Yeah, Taylor Krantz, yeah. Oh, yeah, she was a stud. Yeah, she was a fun kid to coach. Yeah, I've had some Emily Feller, and I've had some really great Brooke Ark, some really awesome athletes that came from the community that are still playing at a high level. It's fun to watch them continue to love the sport.
I've talked with Ryan Schulte about this with softball, but with volleyball, and it's just it seems like it just keeps growing. Sports have their low points with attendance and turnout, but volleyball just seems to keep growing year by year. What does that say about the sport?
Yeah, I've had my panic moments, especially during COVID, of everybody's playing soccer, everybody's going to soccer, but there's still a core group of kids that are super involved in the sport and still doing the club thing and the middle school thing. And I'm even starting my little daughter's 5th grade group of trying to get it just a little group of girls learning the sport and trying to fall in love with it. But I think there is a lot of interest, which is great. We love it. We love to see kids that are enjoying it and putting time in the off season. That's what helps develop a winning program.
Well, and it's crazy too, because watching college volleyball, and high school volleyball over the years, my daughter played at Steve I for, I think, a year for you. Or
she did, yeah.
But it's such a great sport. It's so fast paced, and the rallies. It could be seriously a dig, a set, and a spike, or it could go 28 shots. You never know, and it's just that's what makes it exciting, is you never know what's going to happen, really play to play.
No, it's such a game of momentum. You never can look up at the score, relax, because boy, that momentum can switch so quickly, and then you might feel like you're sitting pretty, and then it could be a total switch. So it's a fun game. But I also think it's just good that kids don't have to start so early. You're not far behind as a middle school kid if you're just picking up a ball. Sometimes in the other sports, it's you get lost in the shuffle if you don't start at a really, really young age.
Yep, that's well said. Plus, you don't have to be super tall.
No, you don't. Everybody can benefit their team somehow, right?
That's exactly right. You could be a DS. You could be a libero.
Yep. Okay. Better. Yep.
Yes. Is it libero or libero? Because I've talked to some officials.
I call it libero.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do they say? I call it libero. Some people say libero. Either is right. It's fine.
They say libero, and I'm like, that's just because I guess that's the French way to say it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think there's a right or wrong.
Are they even good in volleyball in France? I don't know.
I don't know.
How important is it, though, to have a setter that's, we talk about height, but a setter that's maybe 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", but can also jump and be an extra blocker out there?
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, it's if you want to compete at a high level, you have to have a setter that can do it all if they're going to play in the front row. Otherwise, you want to look at like your 6'2" options. I think just at the AA level, you have to be able to have strong blockers and strong hitters across the net all the time. So yeah, I do think you have to find a setter that has a lot to offer, which I've been really blessed with that in all of my years at Helena High.
Can we do away with the touch over the net, like the setter? Just occasionally it's okay, but we don't need to do it 6, 7, 8 times a match.
Yeah, no, I'm a big use your hitters coach. My setters are kind of trained. Like I tell them when I want them to do it, and then they kind of I have hand signals, so they kind of know when I want them to do it. But I always say, if you got great hitters, you got to use your hitters.
Yes.
Don't be a selfish setter. I was a setter, so I'm saying that I was a setter. So
I was too, but I played back in the day when in my freshman year of school down in Salt Lake, we had a boys volleyball team, and I decided, what the heck?
Oh, that's awesome.
But it was in the days of actual side outs. If your serve hit the net, you got a second serve.
Painful.
The just 4-hour, 5-hour matches.
Slow, painful game. It's gotten so much better since those days, hasn't it?
Oh my goodness, yes. And then you played every position in a rotation.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be in the back row and then move up front. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't touch the bottom of the net. How do you expect me to block something?
Yeah, you needed a sub. You need somebody going for you.
Yes. But the subbing has changed. And I actually put this on Twitter, I think back in August. The best rule change in sports had to have been going to rally scoring.
Oh, absolutely. And I didn't play. Maybe a little bit of, I don't think it was even, I don't even know what year it changed that, but I don't remember playing where you had to have the serve. So that was not my generation of volleyball, which I'm lucky I didn't have that. Who knows? That was such a slow, painful game. I
did PA at MSU back in the late 90s, and it was still that way. So, yeah, because I don't think it's been 15 years, maybe 16 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
It was just like, okay, we got the side out, and
I worked so hard for just the side out for an opportunity to score.
So don't get rewarded.
Yeah, and now I love it. It's a game of errors. The team that makes the least amount of errors wins.
No, that's a great point, because you have surface errors, you have the normal hitting errors and things like that. But no, you're absolutely correct on that.
Yeah, and sometimes I go back and watch film and stats that I'm like, this is how many errors, this is how many points we gave away. Just perspective for kids to think about differently.
Okay, I brought this up to Coach Duda. I would like a server at some point. I know we got the cool jump serves and all of that.
Yeah.
But I want a server to do like the soccer cartwheel with the ball, put it on the ground, flip over, and then serve it. Can we get one of those?
No, you don't get one of those. Did he say the same thing?
Yes. He said not with my team.
Nope. You're going to have to work on somebody else. Him and I are on the same page. Nope, that's not happening.
I think it would be cool.
No, not happening.
Is it because
I thought you were going to throw out the underhand serve. I thought that's what you were going to say.
Well, you could go back to that because it would really surprise some teams, I think.
I think it would.
It's like Nick Kyrgios in tennis. You just throw one out every now and then, and nobody's expecting it.
Well, and in Helena High, we have that huge ceiling. It would probably really throw teams off.
You could
Most schools don't have. They have that low ceiling that's real tough. But we have a ton of space.
Okay, if the match is comfortable tomorrow,
no,
you're up 20. You're up 24-4 in the third, and you know you're going to win. Just pull one out.
Nope. That would be so embarrassing. People would be like, "Oh my gosh, what is happening right now?"
Well, and you probably
One year I had a girl with a bad shoulder, and I did let her underhand serve, but she had a bad shoulder.
Use your other hand then.
That sounds disastrous as well.
But I just think it would be cool because nobody in the gym was expecting it.
No, they wouldn't. They would be like in shock, I think. A AA crosstown match.
All right, before I do it in travel ball then in the spring.
Okay, all right. I'll work on that.
Okay. Before I let you go, it is National Take Your Teddy Bear to Work or School Day. Do you still have a teddy bear, or did you have a favorite growing up?
Oh, I absolutely had a favorite growing up. And I think my mom still probably has it. It was like this green little thing that, like, I don't know, I snuggled with it all the time. But no, I do not as an adult. How sad.
I know, right? I mean,
I know.
Instead of a dog, you just put the teddy bear next to you and kick the husband to the couch.
That's an interesting. No, I do not. Still,
I mean, I would kick him to the couch.
Do you?
Too. No, but I still actually have my blanket that my aunt made when I was a baby, and it was a quilt, and now it's literally maybe 2x2 size square, but it's still next to me in the bed.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
Yeah, and then
kind of.
My 4-year-old has the 28 stuffed animals that of her 100, that she has to sleep with every night. Yeah.
Yep, and they all have to be perfectly placed and get accounted for. Mm-hmm.
Yes, she did that.
Been through that.
Nap time the other day. She's like, I got to get all. She had like the My Little Pony stuffed animals. She's like, I got to get them all under the blanket.
Yeah, that's real.
I know. And I'm like, come on, I just want to take a nap.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Glad we caught up. Don't be a stranger. You have my number.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk again.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Sounds great. Thanks, Jason.
Lindsay Day joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. It's not just a bundle, it's your home, it's your auto, it is your life. Mike understands that. Get a hold of Mike Miller, State Farm in Helena today. By the way, rally scoring started in volleyball. Any guesses? 1999. So it's been a couple of years. Is when they went from side out scoring to rally scoring. And the shift was made, we talked about it, basically to shorten up. It's like the pitch clock in baseball. And it was basically to shorten up the match. As make them more TV friendly, definitely more spectator friendly. But yeah, it was a great change. Let's see here. What's it say? The USA Volleyball Rules of the Game Commission met in February of 1999, and that was one of the changes. Substitution numbers, procedure, sanction rules, and procedure, ref signal techniques. But yeah, they went to the rally scoring, and what's it say? Will enable tournament organizers to better project match time requirements since the average time of each set and match will be more predictable. The substitution systems will allow greater participation by more players. So there you go. Let's see. 1999. And the old scoring system, you couldn't score unless you had the serve. So you didn't get the point if you were on defense. It was legit a side out. But yeah, and it used to be that if you got a if someone's doing a kill, if you got your hands on the ball blocking, that counted as the first hit. So that changed to where you could it's now 4 touches, but it's not legit 4 touches, like a bump, a set, and a spike. And then you hit the net and it comes back. That's another thing too, is you used to not be able to go under the net, but now over the years it adapted to where you could actually slide under the net as long as you keep some part of your body on your side of the net. A lot of changes in volleyball for the better, for sure. And there's been some great rule changes in sports. There's no doubt about that. I think I'm going to be a big fan of the pitch or the shift going away in Major League Baseball. Be a better hitter. It's basically how it amounts to. I think it's going to be a better overall thing. The pitch clock, I'm not sold on yet. Saw some things during the baseball playoffs this year with they've got the voice in your head, essentially. The catcher signals in from his knee on a push pad, and then it goes into the pitcher. But if it's crowd, and you saw this with San Diego pitchers, you saw it with the Mets pitchers on Sunday night too, that they couldn't hear. So you had to go back to the old system of the fingers down. But a lot of that is not just, you might be able to hear the pitch that you want to throw, fastball, curve, slider, cutter, whatever, but location is a big deal. Who's not a fan of that? Max Scherzer, I think, was not a fan of that this year. Then he gave up 4 home runs to the Padres on Friday and lost, so who knows? All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, wrap things up, tell you what's in store for tomorrow, and much more. Jason Walker Show. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients, along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com. Fall is officially here, and now is the perfect time to get your rig tuned up before the big hunt. That means a lift kit from Auto Concepts. An Auto Concepts lift kit will help take you places only the animals can go. And when you do get that big one, make sure you have help to get it home with a winch to pull it out. Or maybe you'll be a good friend and help pull someone out of the snowbank. Check out AutoConceptsHelena.com for more ideas. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
L&P Grocery offers Boulder a convenient shopping experience, whether you're stopping in for a few things or stocking up for the week ahead. From fresh produce and meat to all the staples you need to feed your family, you'll find it here. L&P Grocery is also proud to have partnerships with local brands and carry products unique to the area. Stop by to exchange propane tanks, pick up fishing tackle, grab your prescription, or get your photo taken at the Pitcher Kiosk. They're delighted to be the one-stop shop for local area Boulder residents who want to support local business. Visit lnpgrocery.com and at 215 North Main Street.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little or a lot, your choice, have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
Welcome back, Jason Walker Show, final segment. Make sure you get your tweets in at JWalkerSports, at Jason Walker Show. You can also email Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. Travis Rau's going to join us tomorrow, the Townsend coach, and maybe someone else too. We'll see. I love this time of the day. Tired, feel good though. We were all tired at this point, right? About the weather. Missoula tied a record high for the day, 76 degrees. Last time it was 76 on this date in Missoula, 1918. How about that? Got baseball playoffs underway. Man, good stuff. I think the Dodgers winning. Braves beat the Padres tonight, earlier, so they're up 2-0. Yankees tomorrow. Who are they playing? The Guardians? Anyway. Let's see here. Anything else? Columbia Falls won a soccer match over Big Fork girls, 2-1. NBA getting underway. The NHL, I think, opening night tonight. Colorado Avalanche repeat. Can they? What else? Man, there's just some. I mean, we have 2 things left, or 2 weeks left in the regular season for football. It's absolutely crazy how fast it goes for high school. Absolutely nuts. All right, let's do On This Day in History. It is October the 12th. It is National Farmers Day. We thank our farmers and ranchers. National Free Thought Day, unless you're on social media. It is Gumbo Day. Make sure you stop into Cafe Zydeco. Oh, by the way, this segment brought to you by Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino. Make sure you stop in on Dredge. Hot games, cold drinks, great staff. National Savings Day, Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work or School Day, National Curves Day, and I don't think it has anything to do with baseball. Emergency Nurses Day, we thank them. National Fossil Day, also known as Joe Biden Day. Stop Bullying Day, is that bullying? And Take Your Parents to Lunch Day. Did you take your folks to lunch? When was the last time you took your folks to lunch? On this day in 1853, John Morrissey wins the boxing title. Yankee Sullivan would leave the ring after the 36th round to get into a fight with Morrissey's fans. 1907, Chicago Cubs' first world championship, beat the Detroit Tigers for a 4-0-1 series victory. I think it was best of 9 back then. 1916, Boston Red Sox will go back-to-back. 1920, Cleveland Indians win their first championship. 1968, the 19th Summer Olympic Games opened up at Mexico City. 1979, on this date, something big happened. Changed the NBA forever. First three-point basket was made in NBA history. Chris Ford of Boston. Oh, by the way, It also marked the debut on this date in 1979, Larry Bird, and some guy by the name of Irvin Magic Johnson. Both debuted on this date in 1979. 1999, Wilt Chamberlain passed away. He of the 20,000 number. He was 63. Bill Shoemaker passed away at 2003, the great Hall of Fame jockey. 8,833 career victories, won the Kentucky Derby in 3 different decades, 1955, 59, 65, and 1986. And on this date in 1997, Henry John Denver, Henry Duchendorf, passed away. He was leaving on a jet plane. He was in a plane piloting himself when he died, crashed into the Pacific. That is on this day in history. Let's do this. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun food this side of New Orleans. Had a good one today. Had fun. Lindsay Day, thank you for joining us. She joined us courtesy of Dinner's Done Right. That's what she said. Make sure you stop in, get your dinner. Have lunch at Cafe Zydeco tomorrow from 11 to 3, and then stop in on the way home, Dinner's Done Right, and grab some dinner. How about that? Crosstown volleyball tomorrow. That's going to be a big one. Helena High, Capital. It's big anytime those. You throw out the records when those two play. Man, cannot wait. Travis Rau's going to join us tomorrow. Townsend head coach. And we're going to ask him, why is Townsend called Broadwater? Why is Boulder called Jefferson? Does it matter? Sweetgrass. Got a big game with Big Timber. Friday, we'll talk to Travis Rau tomorrow on the show. Thanks for the all-around support, the tweets, the emails, the texts, our great sponsors, and, of course, you, the listeners and the viewers. 49 states, over 50 countries tune in to the Jason Walker Show, and we couldn't do it without you. Make sure you join us tomorrow. Travis Rau talks Bulldog football and much more on a Thursday. Get you set for the weekend, too. Jason Walker Show. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.